Vicki Lestrange, Take 2. Boss, I believe Vicki Lestrange has come calling once more. At least that's what I assume this box of mouse bones she sent to you is mean. Ah yes, here she is now. Have fun, you two. Hello boss, forgive my intrusion. I'm sure you're quite busy bathing in money and going to parties as we all, but... Well, as I mentioned before, I feel a strange sort of connection with you. I was wondering if you'd like to accompany me to a haunted cottage in the woods. I'll be a mistake. You had me at haunted. I hope you had a cottage in the woods. We'd best get going and make it there before the moon's apex. These carriages waiting just the front, the back. The back seat is separated from the front by a thick black curtain. Inside the carriage is festooned with various occult sigils and charms. Intricately tied tangles of bones hang from the hooks on the ceiling. The cab smells of sage and black licorice. When Vicky's chauffeur closes the door behind you, you notice that the windows have all been painted black as well. The only light comes from a red-tinged lantern hanging from the ceiling. I'm told my carriage can feel somewhat stifling. If it is, I apologise. I don't much care for people. I hate them, rather. Hate them, really. I'd rather not have strangers oogling me as I drive past. You, though, you are different somehow. Perhaps you are not a person? You got me. I'm a sexy vampire. That explains so much. Oh, wait, you're joking, aren't you? Oh, well. It taps the seat in front of you and the car... taps back in the seat in front of you and the car takes off. Coach bounces on the cobblestones. A small wooden dog bounces against one velvet wall hung by a silver chain. Why this cottage in particular? I suppose you would be curious about that. The truth is, the cottage belongs to my grandfather. When I was a child, we used to come from time to time. He was always rather distant. I hardly spoke to him, but I read his books. He had an eccentric collection. It's how I learned much of what I know about the occult. What did you learn? I learned about ghosts, not just from the books, but, well, I believe the house is a conduit to the other world. When I was young, I saw things there. But when I described them to my mother, she had me institutionalized. Since then, I've been rather more private about my experiences. Somehow, though, with you I feel I can be a bit more forthcoming. With that, Vicki lapses into silence, seemingly lost in thought. Cap shudders as you make the transition from city streets to country road. Something rattles inside an ornate silver box on the floor. Alright, that would be asking, what are all those weird organs doing in your torso? Some of them are charms to ensure safe journey, others make me invisible to evil spirits. Some of them just smell nice. Any specific token you want to know about? A fist-sized eyeball in a glass face. The iron cage with a little wooden man inside. The golden clamshell case with the word no etched on the surface. Cosmetics! Yes, that is all. Your sleepy gaze drifts away from yours and she sits in silence waiting. There are slow attempts to ascend the hill. Several perfect obsidian spheres roll towards your feet. Let's sit in silence. What a lovely idea. Talking is exhausting. I don't imagine I'd find a human as agreeable to be around as a cat. Yet, here you are. As agreeable as a cat. Well, I think I should take that as a compliment, surely. After a long descent jar, the carriage finally shudders to a halt. Driver opens your door to reveal the cottage. Well, not really a cottage, so much as a rickety cabin, or a... what's the word? Murder hut? Isn't it charming? Wait till you see the inside. Inside is decorated in a style you can only describe as Bohemian Satanist. There are at least a dozen pentagrams, a bookshelf full of books that probably aren't bound with human flesh, and a lot of decorative bones. You didn't think octopi had skeletons, but you're not sure what else that thing on the wall could be. Did I decor? I've put my own personal touch on the place, though the books are mostly my grandfather's. Speaking of which, ever since he died and left this cabin to me, I've longed to speak with him again. We never got much of a chance to talk when he was alive, but I thought, well, with your powerful aura and all, perhaps we could have a pleasant little seance. Just a tiny occult ritual? There's nothing tiny about my occult rituals, if you know what I mean. I'm not sure I do, but I'll take that as a yes. Wonderful, I'll get some blood from the icebox. You help Vicki paint a series of complicated looking sigils on the dinner table and some nice chilled blood. She's even thoughtful enough to provide a jet black robe in your exact size. The sigils are complete and the candles are lit. Vicki grasps her hands and closes her eyes. Her palms are slightly damp, but her hands are warm. Grandpa Mephisto, we gather here tonight in the hope that we will receive a sign of your presence. Please feel welcome in our circle and join us whenever you're ready. Any moment now. The house creaks. No. You're right. We just need to focus. Just focus. 3 hours later, Vicki releases your hands looking discouraged. Perhaps we can try again during the next lunar eclipse, when the spirits are feeling more communicative. For now, it's probably best that we call it a night. Together, things, Vicki goes to the door, opens it, appears outside, and calmly closes it and turns to you. There are 12 wolves outside. Vicki looks outside again. 13. There are 13 wolves. A very auspicious number, but still probably lethal. Should probably remain here tonight. Is that alright? It's better than alright. Take me to your creepy bedroom. I thought 11 wolves before, was 2 more. That's fine with me. I'll take the couch and you can have the bed. That's what I thought of you, but this cabin has 2 bedrooms. You can have the one where I keep all the spiders. They're so cute. No, God, no. Well, I suppose we best get to bed. Thank you and a lovely evening. Sleep tight, kisses. Good night. You crawl into bed and fall fast asleep. You dream of standing with Vicki in a fountain of blood, totally nude. Your Sunday school instructor is there for some reason, but you don't mind. You awake refreshed and rejuvenated and ride back to the city with Vicki in amiable silence. Lolita style, okay. You know what, this actually suits her more than a modern style, so I'll give her that.